goes and tries to get the guards out to try to kill them. We all knew something was going to happen, and they attacked them. Then Eric looks through the thing and goes, "I see you, Steve Newland. I'm going to kill you." And then that's when Steve Newland goes, "Well, you don't scare me. They made me do it. They made me do it." Then the governor people come in. They both get them and had locked them up. We don't see Pam for the rest of the episode, which I'm really bummed about. Then they show Eric being in this cage. They have him caged up like an animal, and I'm so sad. I'm like, what's gonna happen? We know he's not gonna kill Eric. Then they say, "We have something for you, Eric Northman." Then he brings in Nora, who I've been waiting to see. I love Nora. Bring in Nora, and then he's like, "Oh my God." He didn't even know that they had his sister. Then they give her some hepatitis or whatever kind of drug to weaken her, and they make him watch, and she dies. And he's like, "Be brave, I'm gonna get us out of here." She goes, "It's okay, I'm fine. Whatever happens, happens. If I die, I'll get to see Godric again." He goes, "Shut up, don't say that." He goes, "I'm gonna get us out of here." And it was just so sad to see her so hurt. And then he summons Willa. She comes in and kills the guard, and he goes, make sure he says, "Don't kill the guy. Rip his arm off first or something, then kill him. Rip her arm off first, then kill him." He dresses up like the guy, and they get through the security. They have to have his wrist, whatever, to get in. So they rip off the arm, and then they have to carry the arm around with them to get through all the gates and pass and all the security or whatever. And then what we see him going into the labs, and guess what they're putting in True Blood? Hepatitis, the same thing that they put into Nora. And he goes, "What is this?" He goes, "Yeah, we're fixing up the True Blood." He goes, "But all of them are contaminated." He goes, "That's right, every last one." And if you heard on the news, he now wants to kind of give a truce, or what they think is a truce, by having True Blood come back. But nobody knows that it's contaminated. But Eric knows now. He dresses up like the guy. He was straight gangster in this episode. I loved Eric. He goes through. I think he's looking for Pam or whatever. And I think that's all we see of them. I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Anyway, they show Jason. He again has this plan to kind of pretend like he's one of the vampire haters. He wants to get in there to save Jessica. The guys really believe him. He gets all suited up, all into this hate group. And then what do you know? Sarah Newland walks in, and they pretend like they don't know each other. Then she goes, "Can I have the room? I need to talk to your new recruit." He goes, "Yeah, He goes, "I had to come here to save Jessica." He said, "And if you even think about telling anybody what I'm doing, I'll tell everybody how me and you slept together." And I was just like, ooh, Jason really has it for Jessica. And then she goes, "Okay, play by your little rule." And they have him go in and see this experiment they're doing. They show this guy, and he goes, "What's going on?" I said, "Oh my God, they're going to make him sleep with that guy." Then they bring in Jessica. He's like, "Oh my God." He goes, "Want you two to sleep together." And Jessica really doesn't want to do it. And then the guy goes, "You don't deserve this." You go, "Sleep with her." And then they have this light on his skin where they burn him every time he hesitates to sleep with her. And then Jason's just watching it like, oh my God. Then she starts to take off her clothes. And then something happens where they don't do it, and they both, or Jessica gets sent away. What I loved about it was, what I hated about it was Sarah, and what I loved about it was the fact that the guy really didn't want to rape her, have sex with her against her will. And it was nice to see a vampire with true feelings. What else do I want to go? I want to go into the Bill has this plan to, I'll get into Bill later. I'll get into Bill now. Bill has this plan to go into the authority once he realizes, or not the authority, but the governor, once he realizes that they have Jessica. He goes into the Billith world and he tells Billith all this, that it is not my fault that you chose to turn the wrong fairy, and now you want to wreak havoc on all of us, and you want to take it out on all of us because you got the truth that all of this is because of you. She goes, fine, don't come to me again. He goes and wants Warlord's blood and all the other blood so he can go have all the power. He walks out into the sunlight and he goes to the vampire camp, and they all have guns on. They all try to shoot him, which doesn't do anything. Then his powers actually makes the guns turn on one another and they kill each other. And he rips the governor's head off. I love that part. The guy's head, it was just like, oh my God, Bill. Then you can see he's having all this power. He really wants to go and save, everybody. He realizes that it's happening. What else do I want to talk about? Terry is actually getting ready to say his goodbyes. He gives Lafayette a key to his safe deposit box, and Arlene is having issues because she kind of thinks she knows what his plan is, and Holly comes up with a plan to have a vampire glamour him. And when he was getting glamored, I was thinking, something tells me this is not the end, and I actually tweeted that. Something tells me that's not the end, and it wasn't. While he was going to go take out the trash, even though he didn't have the memory of actually, I guess, killing Patrick, he still got killed. Somebody shot him in the neck. And I myself was wondering why Arlene wasn't panicking, trying to call the ambulance. I guess she just accepted the fact that he was dead. He got shot in the neck, which is his coronary artery, and you can't come back from that. He's dead. I really didn't see it coming. I heard it would be a major death. It was so sad. I really liked Terry's character. I'm glad it wasn't Sam. Speaking of Sam is tired of running. He gives Emma to Martha, and they say the goodbyes. That's really sad, but I didn't understand, or I've always said this, I don't understand why they can't just share Emma, why they have to have her with Sam only or with Martha only. Why can't Sam visit? I don't know. I guess werewolves and shifters don't get along. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Alcee goes to his father, who says, I saw them here. He goes to the hotel. He sniffs them out. And then he actually sees them. He goes, where's Emma? He goes, I gave her to Martha. He goes, why? Where is she? What did you do with her? Because I gave her to Martha. We shouldn't have any problems anymore. And he goes, why do you hate me? We were good friends before that. It wasn't my fault that Nicole and her friends wanted to videotape you. It's not my fault. Can we be cool? And he goes, fine. He actually stands up to Alcee and goes, are you going to kill us or what? What's it going to be? And then Alcee gets his wolf eyes out. He looks so good. And then he just says, fine. But I don't want to ever see you in Shreveport. I don't want to ever see you in Long Tom. And he agrees, but I don't think that's going to be true. Because what about Marlots? What else I want to talk about? Last but not least, Sookie. She gets rescued by Warlow because Bill senses that she needs help after Lala tried to drown her, or her father possessed Lala's body, tried to drown her. The guy comes, saves her thanks to Bill, and they go into this fairy world where he's kind of like, it's almost midnight, I'm gonna have to tie me up. She ties him up, puts her fairy light on the ropes, and they have this little chat, and he goes, I've searched for you for an eternity, I love you. And they have this little chat, and then she sleeps with them. She just goes, yeah. She goes, bite my neck. She goes, I might be a danger whore, but I want you. And I was just like, Sookie, you're an effing whore. You're a whore. I mean, it just seems like you just can't stop sleeping with these supernatural creatures. I don't know if she's gonna get pregnant. I thought it was a little soon for her to be just sleeping with the guy. I still don't really fully trust Ben or Warlow, whatever. But we'll see where it's gonna go. Rate, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna continue the conversation on Twitter. I don't have a Facebook, but please share my video. Follow me on Twitter, OS_.